इक्विटी लीडरशिप प्रोग्राम होता है। इस इक्विटी लीडरशिप प्रोग्राम में हमने जो वर्ल्ड के लीडर है ओवरकमिंग बायस कोर्स बताया, तो उस ओवरकमिंग बायस में जब हमको पता चला, जब हम हमारे जो रीजनल लैंग्वेज में हम उसको बायस को हिंदी में पूर्वाग्रह करना, तो अपना टीम में पढ़ा कि जितना हमने कभी नहीं पढ़ा। उस कोर्स के अंदर हमने 3 मॉड्यूल सीखे थे। तो फर्स्ट मॉड्यूल में हमने बायस क्या होता है, बायस कैसे बनते हैं, वो सीखा था। फिर उसके बाद बायस को हम कैसे पहचान सकते हैं कि हमारे पास किस प्रकार के हमारे मन में हमारे दिलो दिखते हैं, वही आउटकमिंग बायस कोर्स अपने 10th और 12th क्लास में स्टडी।
And how to achieve
that when you all went to design this program, because it was youth-centered, where there is discrimination. Angie, I want you to talk about what you brought to this program, how it impacted you in terms of developing it, and your own experiences, please.
Hola,
hello, everyone. Well,
Saint City to Shakira was born, and now I speak Spanish.
Very well then. In Barranquilla, we have decided to take all of our culture and to resume it in our motto on our assessment group, and we use our traditions, including each and every one of the things that we have in our context. So with Jeffrey, we were thanking the opportunity to be a part of the build-up of this program of leadership and equity, because this is where we make this clear, that everything that we are always repeating, and we don't practice it. Nothing for young people without young people. With the young people. If we want to build something for the young people, we need the young people to be included. We don't have to have like an object, like something that it's more than we have to choose young people to be able to be the architects of the solutions that we have now. It's very important to have in mind that we were speaking also. Want me to give you, or I would just take you a present from what I want to give you, right? So this is the same thing. This is the same metaphor that we have to use here. We cannot build, let's say, a project, an impactful project for the youth without the youth, to invite the youth. What do you want? What do you want to be a part of this project? And today, thank you to all of this group of designers that we are here also virtually from different parts of the world, without speaking the same language, without the same time zone. We do not coincide on the same thing sometimes, what we want to expose here. And it's what we want to implement in our communities to speak about equity and leadership. Thank you.
It has a lot of opportunity for youth and leadership skills. There are a lot of leadership skills, so we have to use the leadership to move forward in life. So
शिवम, आपके लिए सवाल, जैसे कि आप बातचीत करें यूथ के साथ पूरी दुनिया में,
on you and on what you bring to the development of the ELP? How have conversations with people who don't look like you, who don't think like you, how has it impacted your understanding of equity and the ELP?
So since the entire program was in English, so initially when the program was being taught in English, I never understood anything. But now I've tried my best, and with a bit of English proficiency, I have been able to learn slowly about English and the language itself. And I've been able to comprehend the ELP program even better. And the skills that I learned from ELP, using that skills, we are speaking different languages. We have very many languages in India. I was able to teach them the skills that I learned from ELP. So over there were interpretation services to assist those who are not understanding English language. So we were translating them into their local languages. Using that translation services, we were able to transfer the ELP skills to people from other communities that speak the same language as us. Using that, I was able to push my voice over to the other communities, and I was able to receive their voices and share them with people around the world. Using the opportunities and ideas that I managed to reach them, and similarly using their ideas and their opportunities, I have been able to voice them over to the world, so that the people around the world can also know what people from my place are going through. And as much as time was affected because of different time zones, sometimes some people in other countries are going to sleep while we are waking up to go to school or to go and do our work. We were somehow able to still manage and communicate and share our ideas and knowledge.
Angie, I'm going to ask you the same question now. Barranquilla is a completely different place from India. But what is the same is there's still racism, there's still problems and issues. How has your involvement in the development of ELP and your participation, how has it encouraged you and built up your confidence in talking with people from other lands, other cultures, other languages?
Bueno,
Well, I came up to the advisory group this year. You guys know that our group was born in 2023, and I had the opportunity to be chosen to be a part of the team, ELP team, and for me it was a challenge because the language, as like my coworker said, English is the main language within this conference. I get it, I understand, and I'm still working on making it more professional. I'm a little bit scared of it. I'm just a little bit scared of it, and well, this helped me to get a little bit more trust, because the first days we didn't have any interpretation. We had to speak. However, we came up with. I said, the first that came up to me was like, I didn't even know how to say things, but we managed. And more than anything, not just we learned the specific content within the ELP subject, but the being able to speak, being assertive, and the tolerance as well, respect to other cultures, respect to be able to know what's the other person saying within his or her context, and how can I make a contrast within my context, and what can I take from their experience and able to adapt to me, and how can I help from my experience to his or her context. Now, we are not the same communities. Everyone has their own problematic, but there's something similar, converges, and it's the need for us as leaders to work, because within our young people, the ones that we represent, we're not speaking personally for us. I'm not speaking as Angie. I'm speaking as the young people from Barranquilla. what do young people from Barranquilla need that I can help, and what does my co-workers need and friends, because thanks to this opportunity, this conference, we can get to know each other face to face, and we don't care if the microphone or the camera doesn't work, but we can speak in front of us, and we can say, look, I wanted to get to know you because I want to know your story, because I want to know what are you doing, because I want to do how can I help you, and exchange knowledge. We were speaking yesterday on the dinner, and we were excited, and them as well, that we can really get to know each other and get to know this that we were imagining from each other, make it a reality. We can now say, oh, now I know you in person. I know what you like, what you don't like, and how can you help me to work in my context, and also how can I help you? So we have been building some alliances, some ideas that we want to put in practice. So I think this is a good start. We couldn't be part of this conversation. So like we said initially, the fact that include ourselves within the process of building this methodology of these type of tools that we are going to implement within our communities, this is what gives sense to working with us young people, because it wouldn't have any sense if we build with the data that we sometimes find. No, because sometimes it might be of different variables. It will always be changing. Now, when we can come upon our realities, representing our own context in our communities, then it's different, because we were talking about from our perspective what we see every day, and this is one of the main things that we've had within the building of this beautiful program that we are part of. Thank you.
What did I tell you? Amazing. Sanita, help us out here. Wrap this thing up on this question, and then we got one last question, if that's okay, Joel. Check it out. You've been in this thing as well, this equity thing as we call it, but it's more than a thing. It means a lot to you, as we were all talking today. This is something you're passionate about. So if you will just share with us, why are you so passionate about equity for all people, and why does that matter, and how has participating in this program helped you?
ELP program, I was involved. I believed that in being involved in this group, I was youth, and since I'm a youth, I have been facing very many challenges in my life. So I believe what I was not able to achieve, what I was not able to reach up to, the resources I couldn't be able to achieve, I'll make sure I see our youth to be able to reach them, to achieve them. Where I am right now, if I do not make sure the youth have the right direction, then I will not consider myself like as if I've taken them in the right direction. And going forward, I want to make sure our youth make a better community for ourselves in the future.
Here's the deal. Q&A right now. We're going to do it at the end because we've got some other presentations coming. So save your questions. We're not going to do them right after they speak, okay? But we are going to do them, but not right after this session. We're going to do it at the end of the last session. We got 2 or 3 more sessions to go. So if you'll just be patient and hold on to your question, we'd appreciate it. Last question, Siobhan. And it's the same question for each of you. If you had a magic wand and you could wave it over your community and fix whatever is broken, if you could just wave it over and make everything right for the young people especially, what would you want in your community if you had a magic wand? What would you give your community? What would you want young people to have?
तो मैं अपनी कम्युनिटी
I believe I will want to make sure that my community, every youth, whether it's a boy or a girl, whether it's a lady or a young man, whether it's a black guy or a white guy, everybody receives equitable opportunities, and they should not be seen as they should not be deferred as per their skin color, as per their race, as per their religion. And I want to make sure I do not allocate resources to a person based on how they look like, but I should actually give out resources and be able to share out resources based on a person's knowledge and skills. And that can only be achieved by sitting down with that person and sitting with them, talking to them, hearing them, and letting them have a voice in the community.
Headphones, did that come through? Wasn't that powerful? Okay, Angie, the same question. You in Barranquilla, and this is a beautiful city from what I heard. I've been told I got to visit it. So let's talk about Barranquilla. Wave your magic wand over Barranquilla and tell us what you want for the young people in your community.
Wow, Jeffrey, esa es una pregunta muy...
This is a very difficult question. I think that the community of youth in Barranquilla have plenty of needs, but they also have plenty of opportunities. And sometimes they are not connected. Those opportunities are not visible or don't come in the right way to the youth. And I think that rather than solving, as we would all do if we had a magic wand, we would make hunger go away, poverty go away, because it is something very big. But we are not going for something as big. But we can come closer to those opportunities. This is something far more realistic, and I think that connecting these youth that need to be connected to opportunities there in the city, that is important. Maybe youth that don't have internet, they don't have telephones, so reaching those contexts, offering them the opportunity of being educated, because education for me is the core of social transformation and the cause of great changes in society. If we have the opportunity to change anything, it would be to offer education to each of the youth that need to be educated. But also those who have been educated must have the opportunity to get employment and have their dreams supported. And I believe that the desire I would ask, and maybe a little extravagant, is that the dreams of everyone became a reality. We all have dreams that sometimes we think they are crazy, and we believe that it would be almost impossible to realize, but I think that we shouldn't lose the capacity to dream. Let's not lose the capacity to dream. That would be my desire, or my wish.
शुक्रिया 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 आप क्या देखना चाहोगे अपनी समुदाय में अगर आपके पास मैजिक आंसर होती? The way ELP program, I've been involved with the ELP program so that I can help the youth in my community and eradicate their challenges. For that reason, education has become an important factor in the information sharing, and from our government we have requested that they involve our parents. Because our parents are not much educated. So they should counsel our parents and enlighten them on the importance of education. So I would believe in a power that would be able to foster education in our community, and that is the only way we can make our youth move forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much. As the person who works in philanthropy, notice that none of their responses had anything to do with money. It had everything to do with opportunity. Listen, young people not only have the solution, they are the solution. They are the solution. It's not about the money, it's about the relationships. It's about building trust. It's about leading with your heart. And as Angie said, never stop dreaming. Now, as we get ready to go and bring up Scally and Rauda, we're going to ask you to repeat something after us. It's something that's become special to me. If you want to stand up, fine. If you don't, that's cool too. But these are the words. Ke nini ni ke na. Oh, y'all don't hear me. Ke nini ni ke na.
Ke nini ni ke na.
So I'm going to count to 3 and we're going to do it together. Is that all right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Ke nini ke na.
Yeah.
Ke nini ni ke na. Tell your neighbor, Ke nini ni ke na. I am not lazy. I am not uneducated. I am intelligent. I am hardworking. And I got dreams. Thank you all for listening. Rauda and Scally, come on up here.
Thank you.
So we are 6 of us who are here.
Jeff.
Don't go, please. We are 6 of us who are here. So maybe we can have, before Jeffrey disappears, maybe we can have a group photo for the all 6 that are here today. So we have Shivam, kindly come up. Swapnil, sorry. Swapnil. Yeah. 1. So we have the other person that is Angie. Yeah. They are at another session. But this is the team that is representing the whole of community that was responsible for the Equity Leadership Program in Mombasa. So let's give her a hand for us. Thank you very much. So you can have a seat.
So we are going to have a little presentation about the Equitable Leadership Program. Joel, is it ready? By Sitlali and Zainapo. It will be via video.
Si el ritmo te lleva a mover la cabeza, ya empezamos como es.
Hi. So
Mi música no discrimina a nadie.
one thing that I love about the Equity Leadership Program is we usually have a lot of meetings, usually on Thursday, twice a week, and we have different people speaking different languages in time differences, but we speak one language that is about our youth. What is it for our youth? What is it for our community? So this is really great. So do we have Zainab? Okay, so as we wait, can they have the slides on? Sorry about that.
देखो देखो क्या वो पेड़ है, चादर ओढ़े या खड़ा कोई। हे देखो देखो क्या वो पेड़ है, चादर ओढ़े या खड़ा कोई। बारिश है या आसमान ने छोड़ दिए हैं नल खुले कहीं। हो हम जैसे देखे ये जहां है वैसा ही, जैसी नजर अपनी खुल के सोचे आओ, पंख जरा फैलाओ, रंग नए।
So we're having some technical issues because we're being joined by different people from different time zone. Someone is joining from another country and it's 4:30 a.m. in their place. So you can just imagine, just because of the youth, the community, globally, not only in India, not only in Mombasa, but globally. And we talk the same languages. The challenges we face are mostly the same, but the solutions that we have differs from one place to another. The challenges that, even here in Mombasa, the challenges that Vita Sub-County is facing, it might be the same challenges that Kisauni Sub-County is facing, but the solutions can never be the same. That's why you have that diversity diversity of people talking about the possible solutions that we can give the global opportunity youth. So thank you very much. So I think we have Zainab. Thank you for joining. So we already have. So can we play the video, please?
And today we will be presenting a little bit about the Equity Beach program that we have done.
We can't hear him.
After presenting ourselves, we want to start presenting our organization. So, who's GNG? Global Announcement, or GNG, is an organization that offers young people safe legal spaces where we can express ourselves, share our stories, and connect with other youth around the globe through our programs. For some of these programs include CCL, or the Content Creation Lab. And for some quick context, Zainab and I both started out as youth members in CCL, and we're currently up to now being interim coordinators. The Content Creation Lab, or CCL, is a unique curriculum design program for global youth. Youth designers meet virtually in cross-national teams and design learning experiences that would educate global peers on issues that matter most to us.
Yeah. Katie's going to be sharing it from there. Yeah, but look at this.
So, how has GNG and GOYN collaborated to develop an equity leadership program? Well, for starters, GNG and GOYN have collaborated. For example, one of the activities, as Zainab was mentioning, is journey lines. So one of the activities that the youth designers came up with was creating these journey lines. And in these journey lines, designers mapped out both their good and bad experiences as leaders in their lives, throughout their lives. And at the end of the day, the designers decided to include this activity in one of the modules in the program. Another example in which youth designers have worked together in designing activities is the scenario designs. So specifically, these scenario designs help depict the problems and dilemmas that youth leaders face in their respective communities. And for example, the youth designers, us as youth designers, we worked on brainstorming ideas for these problems and choosing a problem to focus on. And at the end of the day, again, ending up deciding to include these scenario designs into the module.
This was our presentation. Thank you so much for giving a part to us in this conference. It was a pleasure to talk about ELP and its design process. Thank you so much for listening to us, and I hope you have a great rest of the conference.
Bye, everyone.
So we're gonna have Sainabu and Muhammadu that will present the next slide.
Woyo!
So here am my
everyone live and also Muhammadu and Thami joining by Zoom. Introduce yourselves and head into this slideshow.
Okay. Donc,
hello everyone. Hello. Wow. Thank you very much. So I hope you have your gadgets so that you can understand what we are going to share with you. This concerns the equity program as we have shared with all the other youth from other communities. So us in Senegal as well, we actually have another leader, young leader who is not present here today. That is why I'm going to share these experiences with you. He is online, but since it's not very easy for us there, then I'm going to share with you. As my predecessor has explained with regard to this program, this is on equity, and it has brought together many communities from GOYN in which we share, we think together on the equity program regarding the context of our, or based on the equity of realities of our program. So this program is concerning our context in Senegal, and we share a meal in one bowel. So it is a big bowl that we all use to eat together as a family. So this is the image or the photo that shows. So this allows us to be very united as much as possible. So we as youth, we share all the information that we have, and we also show our solidarity. This is a family collaboration, as you can see, and this is what GOYN is also trying to do with regard to this equity program. So we try to think together as a family and see how we can come together and solve all our problems and support each other whenever we have problems. This session also enables us to share all the necessary information, all the things that we've been doing together, and also especially parents also have time to share with their children so that we can see and understand what we as youth are facing. This is a very convivial moment for Senegal, and it is a tradition in our community. So this is how we have thought about it in our Senegalese community when we think about leadership, so that we can support each other and move forward together. With regard to this program, we have been able as youth to express ourselves, to participate, but also especially to voice our ideas. So these are decision making spheres as well, where youth can also participate. So we push our reflections so that we can be present in all decision making spheres, share our ideas, and participate. So this is what we do in our country. And just like Adaj says, whatever is done for us without us is against us. So this is what I wanted to present to you. And just as we say, the future is now. So let's say that the future is now. Kindly repeat, please. The future is now. The future is here. The future is now. Woyo. Thank you very much.
So we will have Scully talk about the global collaboration.
So global collaboration, we shared our experiences as youth and from the different cultures and contexts. We tracked knowledge and ideas as we designed the projects together. We learned to work across different time zones and languages. We recognize that around the world we face similar structural barriers and opportunity youth, and that our solution can be constructed.
Now we will have Shivam talk about the youth-driven design. Let's have a clap for Scully. Thank you.
What we learned about youth-driven design.
What did we learn?
Of leadership in the ELP are based on our lived experience as youth. तो जो हमारी
the ELP youth involved and the communities involved in the ELP program are the core definition of the ELP program. As an opportunity for youth, we have changed our ideas and information to make sure they aid us. We get to learn from this point that how do we give the youth the power in their voices so that we can enable them to reach better opportunities and better facilities so that they can build themselves. We are going to design in such a way that the youth are going to be able to lead in the future, and on a minimum between 10 to 15 people per group, they are going to form a group and become a leader of each group, and from that we are going to develop leadership skills for those people who are leading those groups, whereby there is that group. It has changed.
Let's Shiva. Thank you. Now we'll have Tammy, who is joining us via virtual to talk about diversity and inclusion.
Hi everyone, I'm Tammy, and what we learned about diversity and inclusion. So, we faced our fears of meeting new people with different cultures and backgrounds, and we realized that many types of leadership beyond just our own skills. And we learned about that inclusion is a key part of the leadership, and that everyone's opinion is important and must be respected. And we discovered the importance of unlearning on our biases by recognizing and challenging bias in the way we think. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Tammy. Let's clap for Tammy from Brazil. Thank you very much, and thank you for joining us. Now we have our very own from India, Pune, Swapnil, to talk about resilience and growth.
Hello everyone. Say a big hello. So it's very happy to be in front of you on the last day of our convening. Feeling very happy. And the topic for me today is resilience. So we have heard this word from last 3-4 days. We have known everything. I want here to give a big slogan that I am resilient. Everyone just keep aloud and say, I am resilient. Yes, thank you. So in the part of ELP, we learn to become resilient and develop resilient and implement resilience features in all the youth. So if giving an example, it's my own example that, and many of us here who have came here for the first international trip. This is a big resilient power that we have overcome many of the challenges and came from our city to this first international trip. So a clap for all of us, those who have overcome these problems and never give up. And this is the main resilience that we have built in ourselves. So a round of applause for you. Then next, the growth and the resilience. So in building, So in designing this program, we have taken a lots of effort, lots of research and analysis. In this, those who are youth designers, you saw all of them in front and all the virtual. They had given their own personal experiences. They have shared their personal experiences. They have shared something that they have faced, the inequality, the problems, the different times of they have been victim. So they have shared that, and by framing all their problems, we have designed the equity leadership program, which will be very beneficiary for all of us. So the resilience is a thing that we all have doing from our birth itself. We are trying to walk, we are trying to speak English. Many of here have the barrier of language of English, but still we have completed this whole convening and we have made a lot of friends. This is a resilience power, and it will go on and on. So when the ELP program will be completed and it will be delivered in front of you, you will feel a great proud of all your community and of mine also and us also, that we have developed this program to implement resilience in the youth, overcome the inequality in youth. So I will not take more time of you, but you will definitely love the program. I will come back. Thank you.
So we will have Rauda for the Mentimeter question.
Okay, I won't be talking about the Mentimeter because of time, but the main thing was to grasp the other session that is going to be introduced by Scully. So before that, you can just have this question, and maybe 1 minute I'll give it to you guys. Imagine you are designing a leadership training for opportunities youth in your community, in your own community. At the end of the training, what should participants know? What should they be able to do? So this is something that we asked ourselves at the ELP program. So Scully will take us through about what that is about. Thank you very much.
So on the question we ask ourselves as designers, we have the keywords and the K stands for the know, defining what participants should know and be able to. At the end of the learning experiences helps us design what the training program should include. Creating KBAD is part of the process called backward mapping. We start with the final outcome, then work backwards to design the training journey.
Thank you very much. So, Kate, please, the other slide. So, we're going to talk about the Equity Leadership Program. The Equity Leadership Program is the oversight. So, but we have the modules. So, according to the discussion we had, the KBADs, we came up that it is very important for our community to have these 3 modules that will change their life and help us equalize. So we have the module 1, which is Community Leadership Program. And I think
Tami.
Oh, so we have Tami from Brazil. Kindly, Tami, take a little bit, as little time as you can. Thank you very much.
Thank you, it's okay. So we divided our Equity Leadership Program in 3 parts. And the first, the module 1, it's community leadership, which is mapping community needs, church and vision. So what do you think our community needs and strengths? And the module 2, it's personal leadership. And when you get back to yourself and you understand yourself as a leader. And the module 3, it's empathetic leadership, which synthesizes all the module 1 and 2, which is building sharing power. So it's a mix of the module 1 and 2, and you practice all of what we learned back then. And thanks.
Should we go to next steps and
Yes,
an
please.
audience Q&A?
Can we go to module 1 before the Q&A? So this is just a brief on what the Equity Leadership Program for the first module. It will talk about the rooted in community values. The informed equity leadership that's how the communities, the 13 communities that were responsible for the Equity Leadership Program defined what equity leadership is. And they said it's rooted in community values. It's informed by community needs, leverages community assets, driven by a collective vision for change, and creative and action oriented. Can you go to the next slide, please? So this is the other module 2. This is the big ideas. How is it the equity leadership in this personal leadership? What is it? It's motivated by courage and empathy, self-awareness, strength-based, growth-oriented, and adaptable and flexibility. Thank you. Can you go to the last one, please? Sorry, I'm taking you very fast. Okay, thank you. So the other one is about, the big idea is about empathetic leadership, building and sharing power. So what is equity leadership in this module? It embraces diversity and across difference, understand intersectionality, centers the margins, and most impacted by issues. Nothing about us? Nothing about us? Thank you. Shares power. Many lead together and in unique ways. values justice, dignity, and respect for all. So that's basically what the equity leadership will be about in summary. So we'll have Swapnil in very few minutes take us through what is the next step in this project. Thank you very much. Let's have a clap for Swapnil.
Thank you, everyone. So here's a great news. All of you are excited for the program. Yes. So the program will be completed in November ending, and it will be in the starting of 2024. The anchor partner and the youth will come together and start the training model of this program, and at the mid of 2024 the program will be implemented to all the youth in all of our 13 communities, and it will be done by with all of you, your support and everything. So you have a lot of work to do with all of us. You are the part of the designing process, and at last I will thank the whole GOYN team, the GNG team and the content creation lab for making us part of this program and seeing the vision of developing equity through equality in the community. So thanks a lot, and thank you for hearing me. Bye.
Thank you very much, Swapnil. Oh, I have 2 mics. Thank you very much, Swapnil. So, do we have any questions? Do we have any comments? Let's have 1 or 2 before I'm being chased here. Yeah. Please keep it short and sweet. 3 people. So we'll have 3 people. Please, different communities. I would love to hear different communities. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, good afternoon everyone once again. My name is Ghaida Abdullah. I'm from Mombasa. First of all, I'm a youth leader. Also, I work with community most of the time. And seeing this equity leadership program is something I really feel amazed about. So to the team, big congratulations. I'm really inspired. My question goes as well to the team. Once this module is done and it is transformed to the community, the engagement, are they going to be to the team that is involved with the community leaders, the youth in the community, and are they going to be activities that based on these modules? Like if you are talking of personal leadership, how will you define personal leadership in terms of our young youth? If it's a community leadership, are there activities that are going to be engaged in this youth to help them understand better on community leadership? So big thank you. I am inspired and I hope this is going to be a big inspiration.
It's a great question. You're thinking about this much. It's a great thing. We need a youth like this. Then only it will be implementing. So the answer for this is. That while we were training. Yes. So the answer for this is while we were in the process of designing the equity leadership program. Every GNG member and the content creator lab member were trying to make us speak. Means they were trying to take in our past, trying to make out our experiences, what all we have faced, our little leadership skills they were trying out, and then they have made the training. So the same in less more amount will be a module that will be done with you all. You all will be given a training of some of the period in which you will be asked all your past, all the challenges you have faced, all the leadership you have lead, and through that you will develop an equality, you will overcome biases. 2 new things here is everyone will tell you that you should learn this, you should learn that. But one thing we have learned in equity leadership program is we have to unlearn some things. The unlearning is most. We have to unlearn the biases. We have to overcome the biases. Means we have listened. The man with beard, the small child has told that don't go to that man. The man is fat, don't go to that man. So we have to unlearn these such things. There's some superstitions are there. So all this and many more activities are there that you are going to see in the equity leadership, and you will will take it forward to other youth. So big congrats and welcome.
Thank you very much. I hope you've been answered, Ghaida. Can we have Eduardo? Eduardo.
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo están?
Hello, how are you guys? I had questions. I didn't have questions nor comments, but they gave me the mic. Just to thank all of you guys for being here to share all of this, and to mention that we lacked a little bit of time to be able to get to know each other, so that from this community we can, present what's working and what is not working in our communities. But even so, thank you very much that we can share with everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you for that. Can we have the last question or comments?
Yes.
Thank you.
So mine's a comment. I know Jeffrey said none of the young people spoke about money, but I want to speak about money. We speak to Joel about this all the time. How are we building out leadership pathways for our young people that are rooted in economic opportunity? How are we creating leadership opportunities in civil society organizations, in government, so that our young leaders can be leaders in community and be very, very interwoven with economic opportunity and really start to focus on income and savings and building assets?
Okay, thank you very much. And with that, we have to respond to that. It was a comment, right? Thank you very much. Thank you so much. So, this is ELP. Is for us, by us, to us. Yes. And we would love to thank the people who made this thing possible. And in 2024, we are going to start our Equity Leadership Program. And we are going to engage you, the community from Mombasa, from Colombia, from India, and Brazil, and the rest of the communities that were responsible, and Senegal, that were responsible in coming up with this Equity Leadership Program. So the people will be training trainers, so that the trainers can train more trainers, and we will have Equity Leadership Program in our own community. So thank you very much. Our anchor partners in our respective communities, we would love to thank you very much. In Mombasa, we would like to thank Swahili Port Hub for giving us these opportunities to be able to connect globally, virtually, and also learn and unlearn more things so that we can make a difference in our community.
Yeah, so for you guys to be here, and we want to thank the Global Nomads and the CCL team for guiding us through the sessions.
Let's clap for them. Let's clap for them. They were the ones who were guiding us, so let's clap for them. Thank you.
And the young designers out there who could not join us today.
Yes.
And you guys, a big thank you to you guys.
And we also love to thank the Hilton Foundation for granting us these opportunities to be able to undergo this kind of designing curriculum. This was my first time designing a curriculum, and it was a life changer. Changed a lot of my perspective, and. I'm really anxious and looking forward to. We are starting to design. We have finished designing, so now we are collecting. As from tomorrow, we are starting to do the collection. So it's very exciting, and thank you very much, Hilton Foundation. This is from the bottom of our heart. Thank you for believing in us. We were talking yesterday at the dinner, and we told them we were meeting virtually. We didn't know each other, but through the contribution, we know the name, but we didn't meet in person. But we met Angie, Shibam, Swapnil, Sunita, and we were able to connect more. And we were suggesting to them, why not make this an exchange program so that we can have not only 3 days of us learning from each other, but also maybe 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, so that we can able to connect more and learn more for each other. And Let's give it a hand for the youth designer. Be without them. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Joel.
All right, we've got a 10-minute break before the next performance. Thank you all. We've got about a 10-minute break. Get some refreshments. We'll be back in here for the next performance. I promise it's not me singing.